WUSA 9 News at 11 starts right now, and we begin with a conversation about dangerous drugs plaguing our streets. Far too many of our neighbors are overdosing and dying, and something has to change. I'm Leslie Foster. Just a few hours ago, we learned a little more about this dramatic scene that played out after a car crash in Northwest D.C. John Henry is live where this happened along Connecticut Avenue. John?
Hi, Leslie. Yeah, we learned earlier tonight that all three of the people involved in what happened to be a minor crash here in the street of Connecticut Avenue have died. Now, all three people were worked on by emergency crews here. They were trying to resuscitate them in the middle of the street and sidewalk. One doctor told us off camera they thought that all three of those people happened to have overdosed. If that proves to ultimately be true, it speaks to a sad reality that's unfolding all across the district. Around 1 p.m., a car crashes into another parked vehicle on Connecticut Avenue. Seconds later, a tragedy unfolds.
We got 3 cardiac arrests.
Emergency crews rush to the scene. They find 3 people, once inside the car that crashed, now motionless, outside for all the world to see. The crews conduct CPR. Some even call for Narcan, the substance used to reverse opioid overdoses. Narcan! But all 3 people still ultimately pass away. Authorities tell us it may be weeks until we know what killed them, but that call for Narcan could signal a new addition to a disturbing pattern in D.C.
The District of Columbia has always had a substance abuse problem.
Ambrose Lane Jr. serves as the chair of D.C.'s Health Alliance Network. He says opioids have ravaged the district.
I'm not sure that the district has, in terms of the infrastructure to address these issues, that has adequately caught up.
MPD and medical examiner data show more people have died from opioid overdoses than in homicides and traffic crashes every year in D.C. since 2018.
Why do we not talk about opioid abuse as much as we may do gun violence?
Opioid crisis is what is known as a silent killer. It doesn't cause as much of a visceral reaction as a homicide. When it's a homicide, it's gruesome, it's ugly. Opioids are kind of stigmatized.
He says D.C. needs more buildings for treatment centers. Lane wants the mayor to declare a public health emergency to get it.
That's what we are pushing.
Now, once again, authorities have not told us what the exact cause of death for those 3 people who were involved in this accident here on Connecticut Avenue. Meanwhile, D.C. Fire said it was not related to a car crash, but rather a medical emergency. From Cleveland Park, John Henry, WUSA 9.